Hi folks, welcome back to Elemental Cartomancy. I'm going to do a walkthrough of Under the Oak Tarot for you. Now this is my second time recording this. Well, no it's not. This is my second time doing this walkthrough, but I didn't press record the first time. So that was very silly of me. Low Scarabeo deck. It is one of these kind of a two-part boxes that opens like that. Fairly common Low Scarabeo style. So this is the artwork on the box, which is really quite nice. It has a beautiful deck for the artwork. And it's by Offride and Strega de la Mele. I'm going to pronounce that, but I could be totally butchering that. So it comes with it's a little white book, but fairly substantial. It is one of the ones that has different languages and stuff, so the whole book isn't like you know, it's obviously repeated in different languages, so the content doesn't take up the entire book. Got some spreads, which is cool. The information that we get on each card, if I can show you there, it's alright. You know, you're getting a paragraph for each card, and the same amount for the minors as for the majors, which is always good to see. You can see that you're getting a bit of a description and then a message for each card. Anima's message. So the whole concept of this is it follows someone called Anima. So Under the Oak Tarot is a truly unique deck that delves into the realm of dreams and the art of turning them into reality. As we embark on this journey, the queering accompanies Anima, a visually impaired child, through a magical fairy tale island blooming with rich, green, flourishing vegetation. This mystical landscape is dominated by a majestic oak tree and inhabited by mythical and mysterious creatures and gods. And I won't read it all, but so we're following this character called Anima, who's visually impaired, which is lovely. Cardstock is beautiful. It's nice papery matte cardstock. It's kind of like what we get in indie decks like the New Choice Tarot de Marseille. Is that, you know, that nice papery sound. And you know, decks like the Monica Babisky deck, Shadowlands Tarot. So yeah. The backs are beautiful. That's the backs. Kind of reminds me of Malamir's Chakra Healing Tarot. And then a wee size comparison for you. Pretty much standard tarot size. You can kind of see just a hair bigger for the Under the Oak. They have these beautiful silver foil edges, shiny, metallic. So as always, if you don't want these to wear, then don't riffle shuffle the deck. And I think that's us. So let's do a wee flip through. I'll just get this nice and zoomed in for you. That's just a smidge too zoomed in. Too close, wee little close. There we go. Right. So this is really nice. Like, you can see that there's this kind of a otherworldly feeling from the sun. It's almost like an eclipsed sun. And then the familiar has a bit of a kind of a mystical fox type feeling, although I think it is a dog. And that's obviously Anima. We can see that we're following her throughout the deck. A beautiful big tree and the Magician card there, actually. We've got the Boaz and Hakim for the High Priestess, which is beautiful. The Empress has this kind of a sphinx, well, not a sphinx, is it a sphinx? The face of a human and the body of a lion. Green Man vibes from the Emperor. White stag, almost like a Patronus for the Hierophant, really, really nice. Strength is cool. Beautiful death card. I know the horns are different, but it kind of looks like it's the same figure in the Death and the Devil cards, doesn't it? Tower card is stunning. The colours in this deck are really beautiful. This card stock is particularly nice for showing off those kind of a bright contrasting colours. Beautiful ace. I love the sky there, Ouroboros. Northern Lights. Ouroboros. Aurora Borealis. Oh, who knows? You'll know. I'm sure you're shouting at the screen. You see, we're kind of getting Rider-Waite-Smith vibes from some of the cards, and then from others not so much. So this doesn't feel very Rider-Waite-Smithy. Suit of Swords is beautiful. I love these stones. Beautiful Three of Swords. Absolutely love that. The runes feature quite heavily in the Swords suit. It's because it is that sort of, knowledge, communication, written as well as verbal. Cool, 10 of Swords. Then we're on to the Cups. Beautiful Ace of Cups. Twos. Kind of unusual, although we do have the Caduceus vibes from this thing here. Then you can see in the background she's greeting the stag. Sorry, I'm trying not to cover the cards with my hand, but at the same time I need to kind of hold them in place, otherwise they have a mind of their own. So this was a deck that I'm pretty sure Sandy got me this for my birthday last year, even a couple of years ago, so I had this for a while. There's a few decks that I've had for a while that I've not done walkthroughs of, but I'm going to maybe try and work through anything that I've not done a walkthrough of, because I'm trying to get into the habit of doing walkthroughs just now and having something coming out at least once a week. So yeah, if there's anything that that I've got, whether it's because you see it in the shelves behind me, or you've seen me use it before, or you just know that I've got it, that you want to see a walkthrough of that I've not already done, then please do get in touch, whether it's leaving a comment, email me, elementalcartomancy@gmail.com, or messaging me on one of my socials. More than happy to kind of bring anything forward that anyone particularly wants to see. So definitely let me know. Finally our king, beautiful big snake on the King of Pentacles. Okay, let's give them a wee shuffle. That's a really nice shuffle. Your hand nicely, just as you'd expect, because of the kind of a standard size, I guess. Okay, a wee general reading then for us. Right. That wants to break that. Four of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so right now we're in this Four of Wands phase, so we're celebrating, we feel validated, we've kind of achieved something, we've gotten to that kind of over that first hurdle, as it were. But the advice card is the Seven, and that's the kind of a pushing yourself beyond the boundaries. It's like going outside your comfort zone. So by all means celebrate your successes, but don't rest on that for too long. You do need to push through, you need to keep going. Otherwise, well, I don't know what it's, the aim, the four isn't the end. It can be tempting when we're in our endeavours to stop after the four, after we reach that kind of we get that first reassurance. We can never take that as the full achievement when it's really not. We're not even halfway there. So we need to keep going. We need to push through. There will be difficult times. I mean, you can see this is quite a dark card with this kind of a creature coming through the trees. So quite, the road ahead might be quite scary, might be quite fearful. But you've got everything that you need to keep going. You've kind of got the high ground. Just keep going with it. Stick by stick to your principles. Stick with your guns. And Queen of Cups is what awaits us if we can kind of push through that and get to the end. So the Queen of Cups is the mistress of emotion, of compassion. She creates that kind of a safe space where we can just open up emotionally. So yeah, feels quite nice, quite positive, headed to a good place, but we do need to kind of make sure that we push through and don't kind of stop at that first kind of when we get through that first hurdle. That's not a cue to stop. We need to keep going and push through. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much. Thank goodness I'm actually recording this time. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Leave me a wee like if you like the video. We comment if you've got this deck. How do you use it? Do you enjoy using it? And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks everyone. Bye.